Honestly, the real question is who is still watching Nicokado Avocado? I mean, everyone's talking about canceling him, but who was watching him? Who? Because his stuff as he's I just can't. I just can't. And now that I know the type of person that he is, it just solidifies why I can't. Let's get into it.
All you hear is gossip. Man, all I hear is gossip. Yeah, man, call it gossip.
So Nicokado Avocado has flown in from Florida and he is in California. And since he was in California, he wanted to take advantage of being out there and shoot as many mukbangs collaborations as possible. So he had Zach Choi and Stephanie So for like 3 collaborations in one day, and I think they had 3 more to shoot the next day. It was a lot. I'm like, how do these people fit in so much food? I don't even know. But they wanted to take advantage of the little amount of time that he had there. And before they shot the video, Nicokado Avocado kind of brought up Veronica, another mukbanger, and whether Stephanie So was going to talk about it, or that people are going to bring up Shukbang, which is a channel that talks about mukbang drama, I guess. There's several, so I don't. I'm assuming it's that. And she was like, yeah, sure, but it was in a way that, it's not like she was planning on exposing anything. And Nikocado took that and ran with that and was basically, making it seem as if she committed to exposing Veronica and just kept putting her on the spot when she was uncomfortable and didn't want to do that. And what angers me so much is that I know that feeling. Like, I know that feeling of not wanting to upset someone, but being like, but wait, but I didn't commit to this. So why am I in this position right now? And the thing is that Stephanie stood up for herself. It was in the car. Like, Nikocado apparently brought it up. She explains the situation really well. It's a 40-minute video, but if you don't want to watch it or don't know anything about it, I just want to quickly summarize. So she was basically talking about how she never had the intention of exposing Veronica. Like, yeah, they're not best friends, but she also is grateful to what Veronica has done. So Veronica gave her a shout out when she was a smaller channel. And I understand that gratitude. Like, you don't have to be BFFs with someone to still respect the fact that they put you on, basically. Or, I mean, maybe she didn't fully put her on, but was helpful to her when she was much smaller. So it wasn't right of Nicokado Avocado to pressure her to do more than what she wanted to do. And he did it multiple times throughout their times together. So she felt really uncomfortable and really kind of overwhelmed in a way that, like, I just felt so much for her. Like, I really understood her talking about how hard it would be for her to even talk about it, just because people would be like, girl, you're silly. You have your car. Just go. And I'm like, no, I understand that feeling of being stuck and not wanting to upset someone, but also being upset yourself and just not knowing what to do, or like not feeling like you have any power whatsoever. And it's so frustrating that Nicokado Avocado did that. I just, like, honestly, now let me backtrack a little bit. I'm getting a little bit worked up here. Let me back up a little bit and just say that I honestly try to see the good in people, and I try to understand that people do the best that they can within their knowledge, to the best within their ability. So I like to think that Nicokado Avocado doesn't want to be a horrible person, maybe. I mean, I'm just putting my perspective on it. Like, he doesn't maybe want to be a manipulative person, but that's what he's doing. That's what he's being. So I kind of hope that this brings to light the fact that his actions are not okay. And I hope that he does make an effort and change it. To change it, rather. And I just want to clarify that I am not defending him. I'm not defending his actions. I'm just always hopeful that people take the opportunity to grow and to learn and to become better people. So I do hope that he does take this and learns that he can be a better person. He doesn't have to manipulate for the views. It's just so disgusting and not okay. And it's just seeing how upset she was and how her fiance had to comfort her as she cried on her sofa in the security camera. Just like, I felt that. I connected with that. I understood that, because I understand how hard it can be to feel like you have no power, to be uncomfortable and not be able to do anything about it. So I really hope that Nikocado sees his actions are not okay and understands that he has a following and he should not use that in a negative way. Like, the fact that he immediately was like, oh, I should make an expose video. I should expose this YouTuber. What are you exposing? The fact that you made her uncomfortable? Yeah, that's what you should be exposing yourself for being a complete yeah, I don't want to curse on the channel, but yeah, I'm getting there. It's like, It's just unbelievable. And then so Zach Choi has commented, and honestly, it goes along with what Stephanie said in the sense that she didn't want to make it known that she was uncomfortable. So he had no idea what was going on. It's not fair that people are like, oh, you should have done something, you should have done, be better, blah blah blah, be a role model. What is he supposed to do if he has no idea what's going on? That literally they're having conversations about things that they talked about before he was even around. So like, I understand him not interjecting. It makes complete logical sense. And also he seems like the type of person that's like, okay, you guys, if you're having issues, you guys are adults, I'll let y'all handle it. There's no need for me to come in and referee or, be somebody's babysitter. Like, that's not, and I'm not saying he's trying to be either their babysitters. I'm not trying to shade anybody here. I'm just saying that it was not for him to interject, being that he didn't know what was going on. It could have all just been a joke and he had no idea. Like, there's just no way for him to know. It wasn't his place to really say anything. So I understand, and I do support the fact that he didn't do anything because it makes logical sense. I would have done that. I would have, if something's happening from a previous day and I don't know what's going on and it seems fine, especially if both parties make it seem like it's fine, then I have no reason to think otherwise. So I really wish people would think logically before, firing up the torches for Zach, because he seems like a really chill guy. Like, I think had he known, I think he would have been like, "This is not okay. Let's chill out a bit." I think he would have made a comment. But I don't know. You never know with people, right? What you see is not necessarily what you get. But that's kind of the vibe I get off of him. He seems like a cool, chill dude, and I don't think we need to kind of get at him for doing that. And this is his response if you haven't seen it. He says, "Hey guys, I have been flooded with messages and comments on all my socials about the recent uploads from Stephanie So regarding Nicokado Avocado. The whole situation started the day before I was in the three-way collab with Stephanie and Nick. I had absolutely no way of verifying what was said between them from the first collab, which was never posted to Stephanie's channel, and so I had no right to jump into the conversation they were continuing on camera from the day before. When two grown adults are peacefully talking about events from their past that have nothing to do with me, I let them discuss it amongst themselves. How each party felt personally about what was said was not my business and wasn't even shared with me until after the camera was cut. Both Nick and Stephanie have been great friends to me personally, so it breaks my heart to see two of my closest YouTube friends in drama. This is the reason why not be involved and why I chose not to respond to the group chat. I just didn't feel it was my place and that my input wasn't needed. Everything else that happened in this situation took place without my knowledge, and I cannot speak for any of the other creators involved. I can see how some of you might be upset by my lack of action, and for that I am truly sorry that I couldn't be the positive role model you've come to expect me to be." So I think his response was very well made. It makes sense. It kind of surprises me that he's friends with Nicokado Avocado, not gonna lie. Their personalities and vibes just seem completely different than what you would expect friends to be. Kind of like Veronica and Stephanie. Yeah. Like, when you watch them together, I wouldn't see them as friends. So it kind of surprises me that Zach and Nick are friends, or it could just be one of those like kind of professional quote unquote friendships. So I can see why he decided to stay out of it and just not be involved in the whole situation. He strikes me as the type that doesn't even like drama, and Nick is just constantly in one, right? Constantly crying about something as he eats. So honestly, I understand Zach's response. Moving on to, I'm sorry, I'm gonna probably mispronounce this because I had never heard of this girl before this. Honey Eats, is it? She was in Nicocado's videos, making fun of in and out of sleep, in and out of sleep. And it's kind of like, girl, you don't even, this isn't even that funny. Like, what do y'all, people can be in and out of sleep. I'm constantly like, you wake up, hear noise, you go back to sleep. Like, yeah, I mean, I can relate. That happens. Why is this a joke? But that's not even the problem. The problem isn't even the joke. Her apology was trash. It was like the whole typical, stereotypical, iconic YouTuber apology that I cannot. Like, first of all, it was dry as hell. Like, there was no emotion, no feeling. Like, it did not feel as if she was being sincere. She was genuinely apologizing, which is kind of like, okay, hey, stop attacking me. Here's an apology so you guys can shut up. Basically, that's kind of how I felt like. It was not sincere. And it was just kind of like justifying, like, oh, Nick was upset because he hadn't eaten. So I was supporting my friend. Like, girl, No, like you, all she needed was the fake tears. So like add them fake tears to it because she was not apologetic. She was not sorry. I've never seen a video of this girl besides this one. It's the first one, and I didn't like her vibe because she was very like, people are attacking me. They're even coming after my brother, blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, you made a poor judgment. It happens. So be on, like honestly apologetic because I'm watching this and I don't feel your apology. I'm not even in the situation. I mean, of course, it's up to Stephanie to decide whether she's gonna forgive you or not. When she has the complete right to decide and be like, "This is a BS apology, f off." Like that's honestly like, who needs friends like you? Like honestly. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. A lot of people felt that way. That's literally how I found out she was even involved when I saw like people's response. Like, here's the iconic YouTuber response, YouTuber apology video. And then moving on to Trisha. Trisha, of course, had to interject herself because she said she was mentioned, so she could not stay away. And it was like, what did she say, girl? Like, it was a whole video where she made it somehow about herself. And she was like, I don't want to invalidate Stephanie's situation, but then tries to invalidate Stephanie's situation. So I'm not here for Trisha. I'm going to barely include her just because of the whole, her whole drama as well with trying to demonetize or attack smaller YouTubers. So I'm not even going to respond or add much of her into it. And that's it on her. I just want to, first of all, thank Stephanie for being such a strong person and willing to stand up and share this. I am one of those people that I can relate, and I can relate to even feeling like no one's gonna relate. Like, no one's gonna think that this is such a big deal. Like, those are the types of things that go through my head as well when I feel like I'm being manipulated and I'm having a tough time dealing with it or feeling like I'm stuck and can't do anything about it. So I really appreciated that she stood up and said something about it because it's not okay. And she was strong enough to even show how much it impacted her, how much she had to deal with it for the past couple days. I'm so happy she shared that. She's not someone that she's so unproblematic. She's such a sweetheart. Like, I've watched some of her videos and I'm like, who would have a problem with her? She's so sweet and just so like adorable. Like, I just really like her. Everyone else, I mean, Zach aside, I don't know Zach like that. Like, he gives good vibes, but Nicokado Avocado can go f himself. Like, I'm trying to be as nice as possible, or he can grow from this. Let's keep it classy. Be a better person, Nicokado Avocado, because right now it's discussing what you would do for views. It's discussing how you would push a person to the edge just because you want to make money off of the fact that they've had some drama with someone that didn't even involve you or had anything to do with you. Do better, okay? Just do better. Anyway, that's how I feel. How do y'all feel? Comment down below. Let's talk about it. Happy holidays, y'all. It is Christmas Eve for a lot of us. I am going to try and just take the rest of the day. Well, I'm flying to Prague, and I'm going to be trying to maybe shoot a bit for a personal YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I will, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, happy holidays. I hope this is not my last video before the New Year's, but if it is, happy New Year's. Thank you all for being here with me. I love you all, and talk to you soon. Bye.
Man, call it gossip.